Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive. We welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Broncos, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the 2nd round in Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. This defense for the Broncos, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal of the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Going with a big fullback, Watt. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you're really out in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. KJ Hamler returning it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led by the second-year man from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 7 yards there and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Second and 9. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterward.
After review the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Oh, that's a very good run there by Najee Harris, who can take it inside. He can get to the perimeter. He can do it all with his build and his speed. This is a guy coming out of Alabama who did everything for the Crimson Tide. That's why Pittsburgh took him in the first round. Last in the league in rushing as a team last year were the Steelers. They're expecting Harris to kickstart their running game. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 44, Rudolph. Completion here to Claypool. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Rudolph. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Trying to power it ahead with Watt. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa completes it to Fan on the right side. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Throw to the right here to Gordon. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's McLeod on the return. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs him up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on.
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know,
and the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Alex Highsmith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tua. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job with making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, Gordon once more. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Rudolph off play action. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run the counter. Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Rudolph's throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Rudolph's throw into the hands of McLaurin. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now Rudolph. And this is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rudolph, short little throw to Ebron. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a first down carry for Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Steelers look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hamler now to return it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tua now on first down.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Man, this is ridiculous, man.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage, they can often throw it over your head.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
They'll run again with Harris. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Rudolph. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll try and run with Balaj. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Snell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Starting to look like this drive may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now here's Snell. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.